we're going to go over a few of the problems from the last SAT review, hence final. I know you're all fired up about that. Number 22 is the first one. You can totally get this one. Take your time, see that there's kind of a pattern that they give, which tell you that A times D minus B times C will give you what they call in this case the determinant, which is really the value we're looking for. And then they give you what A, D, B, and C are going to be. So we end up with 2x for A times 4y, which is D. B is 3y, and then times 5x. And then we substitute in for x, so we end up getting 2 times negative 3 times 4 times 2. 2 times negative 3 times 4 times 2 minus 3 times 2 times 5 times negative 3. 3 times y times 5 times negative 3. When you do all that and you do the math, you will find out that your value becomes 42. You got to keep track of your negatives. It's an order of operations problem. Honestly, it's a middle school problem when you get down to it. It's just following through, and that's where it can become complicated. Next one we're going to work on, number 25. Driving 200 miles in 5 hours. 200 miles, 5 hours, 40 miles per hour. That's the rate. Now it says by driving an average of 10 miles an hour faster, how could it have saved, how many hours could it save? So for the first drive, it took 5 hours at 40 miles an hour. But now if it's 50 miles per hour, how long is it going to take? How long is it going to take to, at 50 miles an hour to go 200 miles? It's going to be 4 hours, which isn't your answer. It's 4 hours for the second drive, 5 hours for the first drive. You are saving 1 hour, which is why D is the answer, 1. And they give you kind of the trick question, the answers of E, thinking that maybe you'll just do that. There's still the other layer, which means you got to kind of make sure you read through the problem. (26) What number can you add to the numerator and denominator of 7/9 to get 1/2? This is a perfect example. You're going to see problems like this where all you have to do is substitute in your answers that are given in your multiple choice area. Try them. See if they work. So you've got 7/9. We want to add that number that's given to that fraction and see if we get 1/2. So we're adding negative 11. And what do we get? Negative 4 over negative 2. This is kind of one of the trick answers because this is kind of the inverse of 1/2. Negative 4 over 2 is equal to 2. So negative 11 does not give you 1/2. Let's try the next one. Negative 5, because I really don't want to get to the fractions. It could be one of the fraction answers, but I'm going to try my whole numbers first. So minus 5, minus 5. 7 minus 5 is 2. 9 minus 5 is 4. And 2/4 is equal to 1/2. So for number 26, our answer is G, minus 5. '28 is slope, and you're gonna guaranteed get at least 1, 2 slope questions. And what you're doing on 28 and we spent a lot of time practicing this a couple weeks ago. We're dealing with slope, and they want you to be able to put it into slope-intercept form, y equals mx plus b. So we want y equaling everything else. So let's take away 14x, negative 11y plus 16 equals negative 14x. Okay, let's get rid of the 16. Negative 11y equals negative 14x minus 16. One of the, I don't want to call it a trick, but one of the things that you can do, negative, 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 if everything's negative, you can divide everything by negative 1 and make it positive. So we have 11y equals 14x plus 16. Divide by 11. Trying to get y by itself. Y equals 14 elevenths plus 16 elevenths. You may get a question that asks for what's the y-intercept. And if they ask for what's the y-intercept, you'd have this. In this case, they're talking about slope. And they want you to be able to have slope right there. So 14 elevenths will give you the answer on that one. Okay, so that's our answer, J, 14 elevenths. And then I've got one more that we're going to do. And it's number 31. 31. Which of the following expressions is equivalent to the expression that's given? Negative 2, x to the 5th, y to the 4th, all raised to the 4th power. Again, another topic guaranteed for you to see is exponents. And when we have powers to powers, when we have something all to the power, this 4 goes to everything. So negative 2 to the 4th, x. And what we do when we have powers to powers is that we multiply the exponent. So x to the 20th, y, 4 times 4 is 16. So we have x to the 20th times x to the 16th. Look at your answers. Oh, this is y to the 2nd. I apologize. Y to the 2nd raised to the 4th power. So 2 times 4 is 8. My fault on that. I apologize. So we have this. Look at your answers. And 3 of the answers have x to the 20th, y to the 8th. So you can cross out C and D right away. So the question is, what's negative 2 to the 4th power? Be careful if you're doing this on your calculator, folks. It will give you, if you do this on your calculator, negative 16. You've got to know that negative 2 times negative 2 times negative 2 times negative 2 is positive 16. And that's the answer there. Okay? That's number 31. I've got a couple seconds left. 33. I'm not going to do out, but 33, just solve it. Work on just solving it so that you get x is greater than or less than something. And because you're dealing with a negative, it's going to end up being negative 5 you divide by. You've got to change the sign. So x is greater than or equal to 8/5 on number 33. So that's letter A.